And what did we hope that he would find? I think we hoped that he would have much more of an open mind than Frederick Law Olmsted. He would have much less calamity than Charles Wright. And other than the fact that I sent him to West Texas with botanists in the middle of July, I think his travels weren't particularly perilous. But what does he do? He's a sculptor who brings back objects from his travels as a kind of sculptural travel narrative. So we're used to Pee-wee's Big Adventure or On the Road or Borat, all of these ways of documenting the road trip, a really American phenomenon. How do you document a road trip when you're a sculptor? Well, one way is through your journals, and another way is through the objects that you bring back. One of the ways that Mark is really not a scientist is that he's bringing back objects for artistic purposes. So you will see a giant cabinet in this exhibition that includes everything from specimens of dirt that have numbers that refer to nothing, to the shampoo from his hotel room, to bones, to his fingernail clippings, to Fruit Loops. So it's actually a kind of, what do we privilege, what objects do we privilege, and what objects do we leave behind? And it's Mark's view of Texas in sculptural form.
Hi, my name is Diane, and I was a Carter community artist for the 2018-2019 season at the Carter Museum. Today, on Cooped Up with the Carter, we're gonna go for a walk. And then we're gonna make adventure boxes, thinking about the installation, The Perilous Texas Adventures of Mark Dion. Let's go see what we can find. Oh, look at all these leaves. I could just do a whole section on leaves. Brown leaves. Oh, a yellow leaf. A little bit of color to our collection. Let's see about this leaf here. Oh, a flower. We can press these later. Don't pick your neighbor's flowers. Perfect. Okay, sticks are good. Make it a little smaller. Maybe we can press these. If not, they're at least pretty with their colors. Everything Mark Dion found wasn't necessarily from nature, so maybe we can do some fun stuff with this too. These are actually coming off of our holly bush. So you're gonna pick something, maybe make sure that it's your own stuff. But these are gonna be some nice red color for our adventure box. Okay, I'm running out of room. So now I'm gonna go ahead and transfer some of these flowers into one of these baggies I brought. I don't want to lose my foil. All right, we're back from our walk, so now we're ready to make our adventure box. I have my collection of things here. Some of them I put into the little baggies, and I think I also have a spider, so we're gonna set him free later. I'm gonna have some scissors and some tape. You could also use glue. I'm gonna use this little plastic box here, but you could use cardboard or really anything to make your adventure box. And then because we found some flowers, we're gonna go ahead and press them. So I have wax paper. You could also use just regular paper, and then a heavy book. And we're gonna use the Complete Poems of Emily Dickinson, but obviously any heavy book will work. Okay, now we're going to put our little dividers into the box, and then we can put our objects inside. So at first I tried to use tape, but because of this plastic material, it didn't really want to stick very well. So I'm gonna go ahead and use hot glue, but if you were using cardboard for your box, then it might not be as much of an issue. So just whichever you think you need to use. Fine, but I'm gonna go ahead and place my dividers in. And I've got different sizes for the different size objects. Okay, now let's see what kind of adventure box we can curate over here from all the stuff we found earlier. I'm gonna start with these because I love the bright red color. And I'm gonna put them in this small little compartment that I made here. Remember, you don't have to use everything that we found today. Or you don't have to use all of it. I'm gonna start with that. We did find some more foil. really like this with the root still attached. I'm gonna see if it fits over here by itself, maybe. Maybe I'll put some other things in there with it in a minute. Then we have these kind of fun pieces. I'm gonna put them down here. I'm gonna show their color. You know what this is, painted concrete maybe? Nice little surprise. Then we found these pieces too. Some paint. I'll put that over here. Let's see. Then we have some leaves. Oh, we have these rocks. These are fun. Put those down there. Found some good ones today. Okay. Let's see. Maybe some leaves up here. It's kind of fun. We also got acorns. What do we think about that? Oh, can't forget our foil that we found. I think it's important. Include that. Okay, maybe put some sticks in here. And I guess everything doesn't have to be divided. If we still want to use our acorns, we could go ahead and put them in here with these sticks. They are kind of the same color. And then, if you want to put more stuff in there, you could always go back out. Now you've got room to keep exploring. So this is a little adventure box that we came up with. It's got some fun items that we found from nature. We even picked up some trash. And, you know, if you wanted to put some sort of lid, a little plastic on the front, then you maybe could set it up on display in your home. Or it could become a bunch of cat toys. But don't forget, we also found these flowers. So let's see what we can do about pressing them. Okay, now we're gonna press these flowers that we found. There are a lot of different ways that you can press flowers. Maybe you have a wooden flower press, or you can also use an iron or even a microwave. But we're just gonna use a book, even though this is gonna take longer. If you found a flower that's really thick, you might consider cutting it so that it lays flatter, but these are fresh and they already have plenty of moisture, so we're gonna go ahead and try and flatten them in the book to get rid of some of that moisture. I've already cut my parchment paper. You could just use plain copy paper if you wanted to, or anything else that's gonna absorb the moisture. You can even use coffee filters. So we're gonna lay this as flat as we can. And again, it's got that thicker part there. We'll do our best to make it pretty. I'm just gonna crease this here. And then we're gonna place it inside the book. If there's a lot of moisture in the flower, then it may seep through the paper and cause the book to wrinkle. So if it's your favorite book, you might consider laying it underneath the book instead. Now, every couple of days, we're gonna wanna check that the parchment paper hasn't gotten too wet as it absorbs the moisture of the flower. And then after a week or so, you'll see that the flower is beautifully dried, and you could frame it or really do anything else to present your dried flower. You could put it between two pieces of clear tape and you can make a bookmark if you wanted to. Okay, so we're just gonna put that little guy in there. And we can place him inside the book too, since this is a pretty big book. All right. So now we have our little makeshift press here, and we'll just check it every few days and see how our flowers are coming along. Thanks for pressing flowers with me today and making an adventure box. I'll see you next time.